Okay, this is the 7th period quiz, questions 8, 9, and 10. So notice here we have 30, 60, 90. So our rules for 30, 60, 90 are, okay, that bottom leg is x, shortest leg. Our next longest leg is x times the square root of 3, and our hypotenuse is 2x. So for number 8, here we have our bottom leg is 2 times the square root of 3. Okay, that's equal to x. So x is equal to 2 times the square root of 3. So what is b going to be equal to? b is equal to x times the square root of 3. Okay, and so we have 2 times the square root of 3 times the square root of 3, right? And square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. 2 times 3 equals 6. So b is equal to 6. c is equal to 2x. So it's equal to 2 times the square root of 3 equals 4 times the square root of 3. Yep. Okay. So 9, again, it's a 30, 60, 90. And we are given our longer leg. So our longer leg 3 is equal to x times the square root of 3. So we're going to have to do a little cleanup work there, because in order to isolate the x, we need to divide both sides by the square root of 3. Okay, these two cancel. We have x equals 3 times the square root of 3, but we know that we cannot leave a radical in the denominator, so we have to multiply by it, and we end up with 3 times the square root of 3 over square root of 3 times square root of 3 is 3. The 3's cancel. Okay. And so x is equal to the square root of 3. I'll write that down here so we can remember. So if x is equal to square root of 3, x is equal to the short leg, so a must be equal to the square root of 3. Okay. And c is equal to 2x, which is going to be equal to 2 times the square root of 3. And I'm done. Okay. And our last problem. Okay, again, another 30, 60, 90. So I'll write my little reminder up here. So I have my x square root 3, and 2x for my hypotenuse. Okay, this time I'm given my hypotenuse. So my 12 is equal to 2x. Divide both sides by 2. To isolate the x, 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 equals x. Okay, so I know my a, my smallest leg, is going to be equal to 6. Okay, so b, next longest leg, is equal to x times the square root of 3. We know your x is 6, so b is 6 times the square root of 3. Okay, so on your paper, you would have said a equals 6 and b equals 6 root 3. And you're all done. Thanks for listening.